ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Lamaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening and welcome to koolNews at 6. My name is Caro and here are the headlines for this evening. The Metro Rail Transit Line 3 will be on heightened alert from October 31st to November 5 to ensure passenger safety during Undas, the Department of Transportation said on Tuesday. MRT3 General Manager Oscar Bongod said additional security and station personnel will be deployed at various stations with coordination in place with the Philippine National Police for police assistance task. Tuloy-tuloy po ang operasyon ng MRT3 na yung darating ng Undas. Mangyari lamang din po na sundin ng ating mga pasahero ang mga security protocols sa mga trend at istasyon upang tiling ligtas ang kanilang biyahe. Bogon said. Meron po tayong mga security personnel, commuter welfare personnel, at stations personnel para umagabay sa kanilang sa biyahe. Maaari din mag-report ng anumang security concerns sa mga police assistant task, he added as quoted in the advisory. Regular operating hours will be observed during the mentioned dates, with first trips at 4:30 a.m. from North Avenue Station and 5:05 a.m. from 10th Avenue Station. The last trips will be at 9:30 p.m. from North Avenue and 10:09 p.m. from 10th Avenue. Provincial buses will be allowed to use Epifanio de Los Santos Avenue or EDSA 24 hours a day until 5 a.m. on November 4 for Undas, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority announced on Tuesday. In an advisory, the MMDA said it temporarily allows provincial buses to travel through the stretch of EDSA due to the expected influx of passengers heading home to the province to celebrate Undas. Buses from North Luzon may stop at terminals in Cubao, Quezon City, while buses from South Luzon are limited only to the Paranaque Integrated Terminal Exchange and Pasay. As part of Operation Undas 2024, the objective of this setup is to make provincial bus passengers' journeys faster and smoother, the MMDA said in Filipino. The National Capital Region Police Office is testing its online crime reporting app, according to Acting Director Major General Sidney Nia. The app allows users to report crimes by clicking a button and selecting from a menu the specific illegal activities they want to report, after which the nearest patrolling police officer is notified in real time. The system, which we aim to call the Anti-Crime Super App, is designed to enable real crime reporting, significantly improving the speed and efficiency of police response, Hernia said in a statement on Tuesday. Hernia said the app will be fully operational by the end of 2024. The app can be downloaded for free and it's managed by the Department of Information and Communications Technology. Another move the NCRPO is taking towards digitalization is the electronic daily Philippine National Police Personnel Accounting System. By maximizing digital platforms, we can save valuable time. Instead of signing duty papers, a simple selfie while on duty will suffice, Noria said. Noria also announced that its personnel are now required to wear their uniforms in commuting to and from work since policing is a 24-hour task. Hernia was appointed NCRPO Acting Director last October 9. A fisherman was killed on Monday, October 28, while engaged in glass fishing in the seas of the island town of Verdios, Quezon Province. The Quezon Province identified the victim as Mario Macagaling, 40, a resident of Barangay Calugod. According to his fellow fisherman, Richard Legaspi, whose boat was 200 meters away from the victim at around 10 a.m., the explosive chemical locally called bigas had yet to be thrown by the victim into the water when it exploded. The bomb damaged the boat, but the victim was not located. Fellow fishermen and villagers conducted a search and rescue operation and found the floating body of the victim around 2 p.m. The body bore open wounds on his right chest, right face, and both legs, and his right arm was ripped off due to the explosion. The report said the victim has long been engaged in blast fishing and had been caught in 2013. A convoy of 11 fuel tankers, each carrying around 20,000 liters of fuel, along with 7 tankers transporting 108 liquefied petroleum gas cylinders, arrived on Monday, October 28 in the Pico region to address critical fuel shortages after the devastation of severe tropical storm Christine. This tragic delivery aims to relinquish fuel and LPG supplies across Albay and Camarisor, supporting emergency response operations and economic activities following severe disruptions, said Presidential Communications Office Secretary Cesar Chavez in a viral message to the Inquirer on Tuesday. The storm led to widespread flooding that rendered major roads impassable, affecting, sorry, critically affecting buildability and forcing most gasoline stations in Alba and Camarisor to close. According to Chavez, the restored fuel supply would enable the mobilization of vehicles for the armed forces of the Philippines, the Philippine National Police, rescue teams, and local motorists. The Department of Energy launched the Fuel Caravan initiative to ensure sufficient fuel supply for emergency service. Each tanker can fill up to 400 ambulances, greatly enhancing the region's emergency response during recovery efforts, Chavez added. Senate President Francis Escudero on Tuesday commended Senator Risa Hontiveros for calling out former President Rodrigo Duterte's prophecy at the Senate drug war probe on Monday. Escudero said the Senate will never tolerate prophecy, especially during public hearings, as the public should not get used to foul language. Duterte repeatedly sus while explaining his stance against illegal drugs and criminality. It was good that Senator Risa pointed it out because I don't want the Senate, society, all, or all of us to be numb to think that it's okay. That's not okay, he said in Filipino at the Campian sa Senado 4. The former president's answer was he was just telling a story, and his story, he cursed. I guess that's not true. We all the swearing he did, he added. Duterte has defended his prophecy, saying cursing in public is not a crime. Duterte's appearance before the Senate marks his first attendance in the congressional inquiry into his administration's drug war, dubbed it as Oplan.com. The International Criminal Court has been investigating the drug war due to reports on extrajudicial killings allegedly committed during the anti-narcotics campaign. Classes in private and public schools in Sorsogon City were suspended again due to Typhoon Leon. In advisory Tuesday, October 29, Mayor Esther Hamor ordered the suspension of classes from kindergarten to secondary levels up to the State Weather Bureau raised tropical cyclone with signal number 1 over the northeastern portion of the province. The suspension of classes was a precautionary measure to assure the safety and to anticipate the possible effects of the weather system, Hamor said in the advisory. Classes at the theory level are not covered by the suspension order, leaving discretion to colleges and universities within the provincial capital. The towns of Gubat and Pero Diaz, both on the northeastern coast, have yet to issue an advisory on the cancellation of classes. Schools in the city resumed classes on Monday as Hamor lifted the suspension, citing the improved weather condition. The Philippine Health Insurance Corporation on Tuesday committed to abide by the Supreme Court's temporary restraining order against the transfer of its 29.90 billion pesos remaining excess funds to the National Treasury. We fully respect and will abide by the decision of the Supreme Court on the issue, PhilHealth said shortly after the High Court issued the temporary restraining order. And former President Rodrigo Duterte who dropped several stunning revelations regarding his war on drugs during a Senate inquiry on Monday, must be held accountable to human law before being punished in hell, Senator Risa Hontiveros said. Hontiveros made the remark through a statement on Tuesday after Duterte's previous pronouncements that he intends not to save drug users and drug criminals, daring them instead to go to hell and meet them there. He should be accountable to human law before being punished in hell. After all, he already owned up to the responsibilities of the bloody war on drugs, which led to the deaths of thousands of Filipinos, said Hontiveros. Hontiveros emphasized that illegal drugs and criminality remain a problem, but ordering the killing of individuals is never the answer to such. Extrajudicial killings are carried out by cruel, merciless people, from those who order it, those who fired the gun, and those who conceal pieces of evidence, she said. Hontiveros likewise urged the Department of Justice alongside probers of the International Criminal Court to review Duterte's admissions before the Senate Subcommittee on Blue Ribbon on Monday. Among these admissions include the existence of his very own death squad and his order to police officers to encourage suspects to fight back so they could be summarily executed. She likewise appealed to the palace, seeking the amendment of exclusion list in Executive Order 2 as 2016 and publicized public records and official documents in relation to Duterte's broadly anti-drug campaign. Justice and reform are what we intend to get through these hearings, not revenge. That's why we need to be diligent in investigating. We need to respect the laws and continue to respect the lives of Filipinos. Let us not allow dog hunt to be a mark of bravery, she said. It's now 6:11 in the evening, and we will get back into more news headlines right here on koolNews at 6. Stick around, we will be right back.
Ohio! Don't you love it when good mornings start like this? Then like this. And then, wait for it.
A morning cup of soup?
Yes, soup. Try new Ajinomoto Soup and Go and make it your new morning habit.
Comes in creamy corn, creamy potato, or creamy pumpkin.
Great with bread too.
Ohio, Soup and Go. Ajinomoto.
Saktong tapang sarap na ang Nescafe Classic dahil pinagsama ang tapang ng dark roast beans at sarap ng light roast beans sa bawat higop. Sarap nga, tikman ang Nescafe Classic.
Kulang na yung pensyon ni Lolo. May dagdag pa kaya yan?
Tropa, paano ba magkaroon ng pensyon?
Yung interest sa SSS at GSIS, pwede kayang mas mababa.
10 years na akong teacher. May makukuha na kaya akong pensyon?
Para bawat tanong, may sagot. Para isulong ang kapakanan at karapatan ng mga miyembro at pensyonado ng SSS at GSIS.
Para sa mas malakas at matibay na pension system.
SSS, GSIS, Pensionado Party List. Bawat Pilipino, dapat pensyonado.
Baby diaper all night. Baby diaper so right. Have your baby feeling so nice. All day, all night, so right. Twins Lampino, oh. Twins Lampino, oh.
Twins Lampin Baby Diaper, ang lampin ng bayan. From Megasop Hygienic Products, available in open tape and baby pants.
Robust dietary supplement for men. Sabi nila, ang tunay na lalaki, matibay, magaling, at matigas. Samahan mo pa ng Robust. Gawa ito sa Epimedium Extra, L-Arginine, Songaria Cynomorium at GABA with proper diet and exercise. Para makasiguro, bumili sa mga Mercury drugstores nationwide. Robust, 75 pesos SRP per tablet lamang. Robust para sa mga kalalakihan. Hatid sa inyo ng ATC Healthcare International Corporation. Mahalagang paalala, ang Robust ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Ikaw ba ay pagod, walang gana, matamlay, nawala ng lakas? Subukan mo na si MG Plus. Sa MG Plus, tatayo ka, babangon pa. MG Plus is good for high blood, diabetes, impotency, stress, anxiety, high cholesterol, insomnia, gallstone, kidney stone, rayuma, arthritis, problema sa pagbawas, o galuyang kalawasan. Mag-MG Plus na! MG Plus Herbal Drinks.
Ang MG Plus Herbal Drinks ay available sa mga botika at mga piling supermarket. No approved therapeutic claims.
Nananakit ang katawan? Hindi dapat tinitiis yan. Ipinakikilala. OL Scent Oil Liniment.
OL Scent Oil Liniment para sa rayuma.
OL Scent.
Para sa muscle pains.
OL Scent.
Para sa sakit ng ulo.
OL Scent. Para sa stomachache, stiffness, cramps, sprains at minor skin disorders. May bagong kasangga tayo. OL Scent Oil Liniment. May tamang bango, may hagot at tamang init na kumakapit. Protektado ka sa bawat pananakit. OL Scent Oil Liniment. Always feel well, basta naka-OL. Methyl salicylate plus menthol and eucalyptus is the generic name of OL Scent Oil Liniment. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor. Mabibili na sa mga suking grocery at butika malapit sa inyong lugar.
Pag in the mood for beach, time for Dunkin' Iced Spanish Latte.
Pag sweater weather, time for Dunkin' Brewed Coffee.
Pag nagkayaya ang magbike, time for Dunkin' Iced Americano.
Anytime is Dunkin' Coffee time. My hot and iced coffee for any moment, any vibe, anytime. Eh, ikaw? Time for Dunkin' Coffee, hot or iced.
Takbo na sa pinakamalapit na Home Along. Cash in or installment, pwede dito. Get a chance to win your dream motorcycle. Purchase any Prestige, Round, and Sakura appliances, and for every 3,000 peso single receipt, you are entitled for one raffle ticket, making lives better at Home Along. Promo runs to March 31, 2025. Kaya sa Home Along, para na!
Health Max Capsule, may mangosteen at berries. Health Max Capsule, may mangosteen at berries.
May mangosteen na, may berries ka pa. Mag-Health Max Capsule ka na. Pag laging stressed, pwedeng humina ang immunity. Ingatan ang kalusugan with proper diet and healthy lifestyle. Samahan ang pag-inom ng Health Max Capsule.
Health Max Capsule, may mangosteen at berries. Health Max Capsule, may mangosteen at berries.
Ang Health Max Capsule ay mabibili sa Mercury Drugstores nationwide. Para sa katanungan, tumawag sa 8400-5266 at 0922-802-6505. Mahalagang paalala, ang Health Max Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Mama, daming time sa lahat ng gusto nyo. Mama, daming time. Champion detergent ang gamit ko. Champion na! Playtime with bunso kasi may champion na. Present lagi sa school pag champion sa laba. Gumimik with ate dahil may champion na. Lambingan with happy, champion ako dyan. Kung gustong mag-shopping, dapat mag-champion ka. Mag-movie marathon, mabilis lang maglaba. Kung gusto nyong mag-swimming, tara mag-champion na. Lahat ng gusto nyo, mama daming time. Tanggal mancha sa damit ni tatay, t-shirt ni kuya, mabango na rin. May quick wash technology ang champion. Family bonding ng priority ko. Salamat sa champion! Champion na! Mama, daming time sa lahat ng gusto nyo. Mama, daming time. Champion detergent ang gamit ko. Champion na!
Sa likod kan mga kadipisilan, mga nag-aging kalamidad, tensyong pansiguridad, kasindaing kumput na kariribukan sa bilog na kinakban, padagos mo kaming binabantayan. Salamat po ina sa urualdaw mong pagpadangat. Ang bilog na kabikulan, yaon sa pagrangak kan sa imong ngaran. Halik kay Congressman Zaldico, Congressman Jill Bungalon, asin kan bilog na Ako Bicol Party List. Viva la Virgen! Viva Nuestra Señora de Peña Francia!
Feeling good while you work.
200 individuals were stranded in 11 Luzon ports to the effects of Typhoon Leon as of Tuesday afternoon, according to the Philippine Coast Guard. The agency reported it monitored 224 stranded passengers, truck drivers, and cargo helpers in Southern Tagalog and Bicol ports from 8 a.m. to noon. Of this figure, 52 people were monitored in the ports in Real, Kota, Bola, Wawa, and Balanacan in Southern Tagalog. Meanwhile, 172 people were stranded in the ports in Tapaco, Rapu, Virac, San Andreas, San Pascal, and Bulan in Bicol. The State Weather Bureau reported that Leon was last monitored 590 kilometers east of Tuguegarao City, moving west-northwestward at 10 kilometers per hour. It was carrying 130 kilometers per hour near its center and gustiness of up to 160 kilometers per hour. Severe tropical storm Christine also affected the country, specifically over 7 million individuals nationwide. Christine's impact also resulted in the reported death of 135 people, based on the latest report of the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. The NDRRMC said that 111 of the reported deaths are still for validation. It also reported that 115 were injured and 28 were missing. Central Luzon Police have mobilized nearly 4,000 personnel to oversee security preparations for Undas at cemeteries, memorial parks, and columbaria across the region. In the statement, Brigadier General Rico Mauranan, Police Regional Office 3 Director, said he was overseeing the deployment, which is part of the Ligtas Undas 2024 Security Initiative. PRO 3 has also coordinated with force multipliers and emergency response teams to ensure visible and efficient security. Additional inspections are being conducted at bus terminals to safeguard travelers heading to the province. Police personnel will remain deployed starting Tuesday through November 4 to secure the public during the observance of Undas. Maranan thanked force multipliers for the support, emphasizing their critical role in maintaining peace and order alongside the police. An elderly woman on Monday drowned in the river near her house in Lucena City, local police said. A police report released Tuesday said Rosa Pedernal, 71, was found lifeless, floating in a section of the Iyam River in Barangay Pulang-Pula. Pedernal's home is located beside the river. She was last seen alive leaving her house at around 7 p.m. on Sunday. Police, citing information from Pedernal's daughter, said the victim had lost vision in her left eye due to glaucoma and may have accidentally fallen into the river. And the House of Representatives PBD would not take lightly the claims of Police Colonel Hector Gary Jaldo that lawmakers tried to force him to confirm testimonies about the drug war rewards system, Santa Rosa City Representative Dan Fernandez said on Tuesday. In a press briefing, Fernandez said Gary Jaldos and Senator Ronald De La Rosa were on script when the police officer made the claims at Monday's Senate drug court prompt. Well, that's their script. It's up to them. Well, he should uphold what he said and its possible repercussions because for me, we will not take that sitting down. Of course, he said in his affidavit that he was coerced and harassed. That's a huge accusation. And now we will do something, and this will be collective for the desktop reporters. I mean, not me, not him, but the whole of the Quadcom. Because the integrity of the Quadcom is at stake here, and we have done nothing wrong, he added. At the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing on Monday, Gary Jaldo claimed that a security official asked him to go out of the Quad Committee's hearing room last October 22 to meet Fernandez and Abante. According to Gary Jaldo, Fernandez supposedly brought out the supplemental affidavit of retired Police Colonel Rorina Garma, where she confirmed the existence of the Double Death Squad or DDS, a hit team supposedly organized by former President Rodrigo Duterte when he was Davao City Mayor. Gary Jaldo said it appeared that Fernandez and Abante wanted him to corroborate Garma's testimonies, but he declined as he had no knowledge of Garma's claims. Fernandez explained the meeting happened, but only because Garma named Gary Jaldo as another police officer knowledgeable of her testimonies on the DDS and the reward system. The lawmaker also said they did not need Gary Jaldo's testimony as Garma's statement, and the assertions of other individuals were already substantive. In Congress, we talk to witnesses, and then once we know that we can validate what they say, the lawyers will come out. So that time, Gary Jaldo did not have a lawyer, the lawyers present regardless. And that's the reason why we asked the two lawyers to accompany us so that the discussions would be at least transparent, Fernandez explained. Because otherwise, if at the first chance we would coerce them, we would not, as we know they would come back at us. We're not like that. And you have to remember that we have a lot of evidence already. It was corroborated. Actually, these issues did not start with Cold Garma. It started with the two persons deprived of liberty, corroborated by Jimmy Fortaleza and Warden Gerardo Padilla, he added. Fernandez was referring to the killing of 3 Chinese nationals in the Davao prison and panel farm, where Gama and Corrections Superintendent Padilla were supposedly involved. According to Fernandez, he believes this is merely a demolition job against the Quad Committee. Second is an attack against me, against you, and most likely they really wanted to discredit the whole of the Quadcom. And it's quite unfair to all the members of the Quadcom, especially to Chairman, Fernandez added. During the Senate hearing on Monday, De La Rosa criticized the Quad Committee for supposedly coaching Gary Jaldo toward a preconditioned direction. You're being deprived of your right to explain yourself. That's why you are being coached and asked to say, like, can you testify here or to this paragraph? So that's very inappropriate. That's very irregular for a lawmaker making an investigation in aid of legislation to make that kind of approach to a resource person, where they seem to force the individual, De La Rosa said. It seems that they have a preconceived goal where they need to hit something. That's why they got your statement. Am I correct? He asked. Yes, Your Honor. Gary Jaldo replied. Gary Jaldo, however, admitted to Blue Ribbon Panel presiding officer and Minority Leader Kokopi Mateo that he did not issue an affidavit before the House. Governor's testimony during the House Quad Committee hearing last October 22 was about the existence of the Davao Death Squad, which was supposedly common knowledge among police officers. But Duterte, during the Senate hearing, denied Garma's claims. According to the former president, he does not understand why Garma is lying. Duterte also said initially that he created a 7-man hit squad in Davao City tasked to go after those who commit heinous crimes. And time for the international headlines. Indonesia and Russia will hold their first joint naval drills next month, Jakarta's Navy said Tuesday, as the Southeast Asian archipelago's new leader seeks to boost ties with Moscow. The region's biggest economy maintains a neutral foreign policy, refusing to take sides in the Ukraine conflict or in great power competition between Washington and Beijing. But newly integrated Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto has pledged to be bolder on the world stage and in July visit Moscow for talks with Vladimir Putin. The Indonesian Navy said the drills will take place from November 4 to 8 in the Java Sea near the naval base in Surabaya. It is a milestone bilateral exercise between TNIAO and the Russian Navy, the Navy said in a statement using its Indonesian acronym. Russia will send 3 Corvette-class warships, a medium tanker ship, a military helicopter, and a tugboat, it said. Russian ambassador to Indonesia, Sergei Tolchenov, confirmed the drills and said they were not aimed at any rifle power. It's just to increase the capabilities and potential of our 2 fleets, he told a press briefing Monday. Indonesia has repeatedly called for a peaceful resolution to Russia's years-long invasion of Ukraine. And a Japanese nuclear reactor with an upgraded anti-tsunami wall was set to restart Tuesday in the region near the Ripple Fukushima plant, according to its operator. Japan shut down all of its 51 reactors after the 2011 Fukushima disaster, but has since brought 12 of 33 still operational units online, though none in eastern and northern regions. Unit number 2 at the Onagawa plant in the northeastern Miyagi region next to Fukushima Prefecture was to pick up the 13 on Tuesday, according to Tohoku Electric Power Company. Japan has been turning back to nuclear power in order to cut emissions, reduce expensive imports of fossil fuels, and meet energy demand for data centers for artificial intelligence. Nuclear power, along with renewable energy, is an important decarbonized power source, and our policy is to make maximum use of it on condition that safety is ensured, top government spokesman Yoshimasa Yahashi told reporters on Tuesday. And that is it for Cool News at 6. As always, if you have any news suggestions or feedback that you'd like to share, you can get in touch with us at tvh.news@gmail.com. And join us again for more news headlines with Cool Start Time at night later at 9 o'clock. Until then, I'm Carol. Good evening and goodbye for now.